Hi guys, so I'm Luca and I'm here in my backyard garden and I wanted to talk a little bit about container gardening today. Okay, I know it's really catching on, specifically in urban centers. That's where I live. I live in an urban center right now, and ideally what we're trying to do is maximize all the space that we've got. So I've got quite a few plants in the ground here, as you can see, but I've also got quite a bit growing in containers. So I've got some cantaloupes, some peppers, herbs like basil do great in containers. We've got some eggplants. So today I'm going to give you a little walkthrough about container gardening and potatoes. So I've got an old grow bag here with a few potato plants that are nearing the end of their life cycle here. You can see they did relatively well. It'll probably yield me, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds of potatoes at the most. Not too many, but if you have enough going, you'll get lots. So you can see that these are pretty much done. Maybe in the next 2 weeks, what I'll do is I'll just wait for most of this growth to die off, and then we'll dump them out and see what type of potato harvest we get out of them. Today though, I have an extra container kicking around. So I've got this big recycling bin here. My municipality has decided that we're no longer going to use recycling bins like this. They give us their own. So because we have to get them from the city, everyone seems to have these old containers kicking around. What I'm going to do today is show you how to go ahead and plant potatoes in one of these. The first step you want to do is make sure that you have enough drainage. So what I've done here is I've just taken a drill and I've really gone to town on the bottom of this to make sure that the water is going to drain out nicely. At the end of the day, you can't grow potatoes if they're in a swamp. Okay, so you want to make sure that that soil drains really well. Okay. When it comes to the soil, what I've got here is a mixture of about 70% soil and 30% manure. What I've done is I've mixed it all together. I've added a little bit of organic matter to it as well. And I just want to make sure that all the big clumps are broken up, that it's nice loose soil. Anything that really is too hard, I'm not even going to put in the container. What ends up happening is that if your soil is too compacted, the potatoes won't grow as well. So you want to make sure that you have a really nice loose soil. Okay, like I said, make sure it's full of organic matter. Some people will even go as high as a 50-50 split between manure and soil, but I did 70-30 like I said. The first thing I've got here is just some straw. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay straw around the bottom here. And some people will grow potatoes in just straw, and it works pretty well. I've seen it done outdoors though, and on a field. So I don't know how well it would work in a container garden, but I know how well this system works in a container, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. It is a little bit late in the season to be planting potatoes, but they'll continue to grow throughout September and probably harvest them at early October. So what I've done is I've just kind of filled the bottom here with straw, so some nice organic matter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of soil on top. Put a loose layer of soil on top. I don't go too deep at the beginning, so this is probably about 2 inches deep. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to plant my seed potato. So adding this organic matter helps because it keeps our soil from becoming too compact and too hard. So I put the straw on top here, not a big deal. Then I'm going to take my manure and soil mixture. I'm just going to put it on top. And again, I'm not going to go too heavy on here, just a little bit. Cover them for maybe about 1 inch. So again, if I get in here, I'm just going to make sure that everything's nice and loose. Right, and I can feel our potato right here, so he'll start growing and poke through soon enough. The thing with potatoes is that they'll pretty much grow as much as you let them. Okay, so as they start to grow through, you'll see the potatoes growing through. When they get to about 3 or 4 inches, what I'll do is I'm going to hill it up again. So I'm going to put down another layer of straw, and then I'm going to put down another layer of soil mixed with manure, and I'm gonna keep doing that as the plant grows. Now, realistically, they don't really grow more than about 2 feet. That's where I've seen my maximum. So I won't try and go any higher than that. So after we've planted everything, what we're gonna do, give it a little bit of water on the top. You don't want to overwater, but at the same time, remember, in containers, plants will dry out a lot quicker. And anyways, that's my little speech on container gardening with potatoes. So I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.